Hello, it is your astro coach Sarah here for Wellness Astrology, this time for the moon in Sagittarius. This is April 16th and 17th. Hopefully, you made it through the full moon and the extended, what felt like an extended Scorpio moon. So here we are, moon in Sag. Um, this could be a good moon. Sagittarius is kind of social and a little bit happier. It's Jupiterian, although Jupiter is in detriment. We haven't talked about Jupiter in a hot minute. Jupiter's just hanging out in Gemini. Um, he does join the square party, but it's kind of later on in May. And so we've got some time where Jupiter's just kind of hanging out. Um, Anywho, the news for this, we've talked about the stellium in the Saturn, Venus, Saturn North Node in Pisces. They're moving along pretty much neck and neck right now, will be until about the 25th or so of this month. The other news though is Mercury is going to move back into Aries and conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees Aries. So some conversations could get a little heated, or not. Neptune and Aries, it might take me a minute to really gauge how this could go. But I do think, I mean, Mercury in Aries is outspoken, speaks his mind. Um, Neptune, I don't know, is going to dilute it that much, like it would if it was like Neptune, Mercury, and Pisces, as we've had before. I don't feel like that could be a thing, especially with Mars in Cancer. Mars finishing in Cancer. Actually, this is the last forecast where I get to talk about Mars in Cancer. Thank you very much. Mars does move into Leo right before the moon moves into Capricorn. So it does happen on Thursday the 17th, but you may not, and that could be honest, to be honest, could make for a restless night of sleep. You could wake up in the middle of the night, Mars moving into Leo, trining Neptune. But really, the spice of that may not be felt until Friday, the 18th. Um, and I'm trying not to jump ahead to that 18th, 19th, 20th dates intentionally because I think it's going to be very interesting with Mars moving back into Leo, with Pluto in Aquarius, and Neptune now in Aries. I don't know. I got to feel into that one a little bit, but I don't know if that's gonna be some dicey days. But anyway, so I'm trying not to go there just yet. But Mercury moving back into Aries, we're going to get a bit more fire energy. We're going to get more fire, although we still have quite a bit of Pisces energy for a time. We're going to get into more fire. And then as days go on, obviously with Mars moving into Leo, we'll have even more fire. And so, bring on the defrost, the thawing out, and the things getting heated up. So this is kind of your last couple of days to really, make some expansive decisions, feel into that Sagittarius energy, expansion, belief systems, exploring new ideas, exploring, new concepts, exploring other sides of situations or scenarios, and understanding another person's side. Before things get really heated up, because once things get heated up, it's going to be very unstable, as if it hasn't been already. Like we've had the rose colored goggles come off, we've had the beer goggles come off, we've had the illusions, kind of the fog is fading basically, so you're going to get some clarity. And again, it's a lot of Aries, so it's not going to be like uh longevity clarity, it's going to be like sprinter clarity. So again, just be cautionary, but also be like courageous and be willing to make big decisions. Feel into your body, like I said before. Feel into your body and see what you actually feel. Again, a lot of people don't know how to feel their body, and feel their sacral and feel their solar plexus. Um, And even their root chakra, they're holding so much tension in their back and their hips. You're holding so much tension in your gut, and so much tension in your reproductive regions. And so think about that. If we're all holding, like, think about this. Think about it from this perspective. This is totally a wellness perspective. If we're holding tension, as most of us are, holding tension in our root, which is your back and hip region of your body, you're holding tension in your reproductive region, your sacral, because of you're not feeling emotions, you're not tuning into your creativity, you're not feeling what feels good or pleasurable, or passionate. You're not feeling, or you're holding tension in your gut, your solar plexus, because you're not standing in your own sovereignty, your own personal authority, those sorts of things. Where do we have most health related issues, maybe in our country, perhaps worldwide, but we'll just focus on the US because I don't know much about international things other than people who are gluten free can eat pasta in UK, so, or in Europe. Um, but where do we have the most common health issues in our country? Digestion, diabetes, hormonal, that kind of thing. Sacral, reproduction. Our birth rate is getting low, although that's a lot to do with Pluto and Aquarius. And back and hip issues. How many people do you know in just your immediate circle who have back and hip problems, like low back and hip problems? Because I know a lot and I'm one of them. So tune in to those lower chakras in your body, because here's what I'm going to say: whether you believe in energy centers, Reiki, chakras, whatever, whether you believe in it's kind of like the universal laws and astrology and many other things, because whether you believe them or not, they exist. It's like karma. You don't have to believe in karma, but karma exists, karma happens, right? You don't have to believe in the law of attraction, but it's fairly evident by by what goes on in your life. Other people can see it, your law of attraction, your law of expanse, your law of, I forget all the universal laws. I need to look that up again because I've been thinking about that lately. Same thing with chakras, right? If you don't trust yourself, if you don't trust your gut instinct, if you don't trust your creativity, if you don't tune in or tap into your creativity, if you don't feel safe, secure with yourself, we store those energies in these energy centers, in these chakras. And so when we store that energy there, it creates tension, it creates a blockage, right? Maybe you have issues with constipation, maybe you have issues with indigestion, anxiety, or like an upset tummy. Maybe you have issues with range of motion in your hips, in your glutes, in your hamstrings, in your back. Maybe you have like mild scoliosis because of poor posture. That would be me. Um, Maybe you've had issues with reproduction or otherwise. And I'll even put this out there, and this isn't a criticism or a judgment, you do you, boo, because it's none of my business. I haven't had this issue, but you're putting, um, we put devices in our bodies, right? Like IUDs and things like that, right? To disrupt what is an ordinary divine system in our body, right? It's just something to think about. I'm, again, not making a judgment call, you do you, boo. It's not for me to say yay or nay on any of that. But what I'm saying is that if you have tension or a disrupted flow in those things, digestion, movement, reproduction, then perhaps it's the chakra that you need to tune into, your personal power, your personal authority, your sovereignty, your ability to make decisions based on how you feel in your gut versus outside influences, right? And this is perfect with this moon in Sagittarius and this Mercury moving back into Aries conjunct Neptune. Is Neptune is the ethereal, right? It's believing in the unseen, right? Sagittarius is more philosophy, belief systems, publishing, things like that, but higher education type things. And it's also like socializing and networking and things like that. So it's just something to think about. Like what are you scared of? Sagittarius is also long distance travel. So what are you afraid of? Are you afraid to take the leap of faith? And are you letting your past experiences, that's Pisces stellium, hold you back? Because that's what we're clearing out with Venus and Saturn conjunct the North Node. We're clearing out those old fears, those old cycles, and stepping into new cycles that are expansive, that are very different than what we've experienced before. So feel into that, because once this energy starts to shift as of tomorrow, basically, um, there is going to be no stopping. There is going to be no pause. All there is going to be is you trusting your body to make the choice that feels the best for you. So yeah, it's the last couple days of kind of slow, but not really, because it's we're basically here. And honestly, if you're highly intuitive, you're probably already feeling it, the shift. So, and you may have been feeling it earlier this week or this weekend. You may have felt it after the full moon and Venus went direct. You're like, uh-oh, here comes a whole new game. Your victim stories won't work anymore. You're complaining, your lack of self-love ain't gonna work anymore. You're gonna have to do something about it. You're gonna have to change your beliefs. You're gonna have to shift into some gratitude. You're gonna have to have faith in something you can't see. And you're going to have to trust yourself and nobody else to make decisions for you. So let's see what's up with the tarot. And we drew the Chariot in reverse. Nobody's coming to save you. I love this card in reverse. I like it upright, but I love it in reverse because this is literally the nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to make the choice for you. Nobody's coming to wipe your butt. Nobody's coming to, help you dress. Nobody's coming to help you choose the right job, the right whatever. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to do this work for you. Nobody can heal for you. Nobody can go to the bathroom for you. Nobody can do these things for you. Nobody can eat food for you. Well, maybe a mommy bird who then like spits it back out, but you know what I mean. Nobody can do it for you. You have to do this yourself. This is perfect. I love this. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to heal your inner child. Nobody's coming to tell you anything. You've probably pissed the people who were trying to build you up, you've probably pissed them all away. And now nobody's coming to save you. You have to decide for yourself that you are a beautiful, brilliant, intelligent, loving, caring, compassionate person who can absolutely choose what they want in this life, whatever that looks like for you. And then we got the King of Starships in reverse. All right, well, that kind of puts a damper on the situation because there's something you're unwilling to feel and be emotionally intelligent about. You're erratic with your emotions, you're erratic with, or you don't feel them. Period. You don't feel your feelings. You don't feel the hurt. You're afraid to feel the hurt, the pain that you've experienced in life. You're so afraid of that demon that you're going to hold yourself back and no one's coming to save you. I hate to say this, but this is probably the nicest energy we will have for a long time. Once this whole Mars moves into, I would say this weekend coming up, the 18th, 19th, 20th, is going to be the harshest reality check next to Saturn moving into Aries and dancing with Neptune for the next year. It's going to get ugly for people who cannot and who are unwilling to tune in to their own goddamn power. Like that was a mic drop moment. I need a mic drop sound effect. That was really good. Let's see what's up with the angels and ancestors. And what card deck should I do for Taurus season? I got a feel on that one for a second. Look at my decks and see what I got. Oh, we might do the woodland wardens. I like that one for earth signs. The animal and plant deck. I like that one for earth signs. Grounding. It reminds us to pay attention to the earth. I might do that one. So we'll see. Of course, coming up really quickly here, you will have your Taurus season, sun and rising sign. So be attentive to that because this is the last lunation cycle in Aries. We made it. We made it. And we got the Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. I think I just said that. Yeah. That one's coming to save you, but you've got to love yourself because you can only be loved to the capacity, you can only love others to the capacity that you're willing to love yourself. So if you don't love yourself, you can't show love to other people and you can't receive it from other people. You've got to learn how to be with your own self. So know that you're loved and find that love within yourself. Rose quartz could be good right now. Geranium oil, heart chakra meditations, or even any lower chakra, heart, sacral, heart, solar plexus, sacral, or root chakra meditations. But rose quartz, geranium oil, rose oil, if you can get some rose mist spray, that would be helpful just to kind of cleanse your heart chakra, give your heart chakra a little love. So we kind of talked about like this is really earthing down or grounding down. You know, I'm normally somebody who likes to talk about like the throat and the third eye and the crown chakra because that's where I prefer to be because I'm an Aquarius. I don't like being human. But this coming up, this energy is really, really forcing us to ground everything into those lower three chakras. And to bridge that, you've got to open your heart and love and find love. So, anywho, happy end of Aries season. And I hope you guys have a great week. And I will talk to you in the next video when we begin Taurus season. Woo! Okay. Have a good one.